I'm Karl, and today is Monday. Every Monday, I am tasked with giving you reports from the Lake Town site. Welcome to Site Reports. Today's episode will feature seasons. Now, if you're unaware, seasons are just a way for me to group stories better on the Lake Town site. If you didn't know, Lake Town is an island. Lake Town is a place where stories take place. That's why the Lake Town site exists, so that I can express my freedom through writing. Now, today, we're gonna go through what seasons are and why they're important. I know this sounds a little strange, but let's continue. So, to start off with, we are currently in season 6, shower season, which means there have been 5 seasons prior to this season. Obviously, I mean, that doesn't make sense to have no seasons before season 6. So season 6 is the 6th season. Now there are 2 updates. Some seasons have 3 updates, some seasons have 5 updates, some seasons have 1 update. Some seasons have 0 updates. Now that's actually a lie. Every season has to have at least an update. Like, imagine just a season with no updates. Like who crazy person would do that? Like, whoa. Like, it's not my style, obviously. Now, the next season is actually on May 9th, which is in a couple weeks from now. So, stay tuned for that. This should be coming out today. This video you're watching right now should be coming out today. So, yeah, in a few weeks, May 9th is when the next season will come out. So, as you can see down here, there are a few images that lead to a different page, such as shower season. Right here, I click on it, and we're now on a different page. Isn't that just magical? No, it's not. I don't know why I said that. But whatever, this goes to a different page. As you can see, this is placeholders, nothing too special there. There is only one story right now for the current season, which is Junk Showers. Go read it. I spent a lot of time on it. So yes, that's season 6. Now if we go down here, this is season 5. Now Mendy Drywater, I have talked about Mendy Drywater in my past site reports, but I haven't really gone in depth. Now that's because this is not Lake Town at all. So Mendy Drywater, this is a completely different book pretty much. There's only one story. If you really want it, I'll release the 2nd story, and then the 3rd story, and then the 4th story, all about Mendy Drywater and his adventures through life, I guess you could say. Next up, Cold Season, Season 4. Now this one was a really long time ago. This was last year pretty much. Or actually, never mind. Forget what I just said. Apparently it started January 3rd, 2024, which was at the beginning of this year. And it ended in February, so it was actually quite short for a season. So, there are a couple stories on here, like the cold pizza that saved lives, Glen Daley's Rags to Riches, Purple Glass, and yeah, a bunch of other ones. This one actually has one of the most amount of stories. They aren't really that great of stories. Like Crazy Carl is kind of awful. I can't even lie. Worst story I've probably ever written. Like, it's so short. There's not really much at all. And the worst part is that more coming soon. Yeah, more coming soon. That actually means more coming in like 5 months. Because unfortunately, I'm probably not going to work on this story anymore. I might even abandon this story. So, yeah. I guess that's not gonna stay here. Next up is veggies and sausages season. Now, this is actually a very different season compared to the other ones. So, veggies and sausages is a very interesting season because there are very interesting stories in this, and I think I've just been repeating the same words over and over again. So, I'm just gonna show you right now. So, this season started last year on, I don't even know, 7. What does 7 mean? I don't know when 7 is. I think 7 might be September. So I think it did start in September. Did it though? I don't know what 7 is, guys. Is that bad that I don't know what 7 is? Can we just ignore this? Can we cut this out? Like, oh my god, editor, please cut this out, please. So this season started on July 23rd and ended on the 1st of September. So, as you can see, this is a season about food. Yummy! Veggies and sausages. Literally about food. What else could it be about? Now, I know veggies and sausages is kind of a random name, and I don't really have a good explanation to why it's called veggies and sausages. It's just called that. Please deal with it. Doesn't matter. Now, these stories were actually probably one of the worst stories I've ever made. Food scraps is literally not a thing anymore. So, this season was probably my worst season. I mean, I kind of like the idea of veggies and sausages, but I just never really went anywhere with it. So we got these really poorly made stories. This one was kind of left on a cliffhanger. And the thing is that I didn't even really finish it at all. Whoops. Yeah, I don't know. World famous Pini Pizza is unfortunately the best one. And it doesn't even look like the link is working properly because I'm clicking on this and yeah, you can see it's not doing anything. So this is kind of the worst one. I don't mean to make it sound like it was horrible because it wasn't. It was just like not the best season. Let's just say that. Now, a scary apple season. Very scary, guys. Oh my. It only has one story. Apple smile, upper frown. And even then, the story wasn't even made during Scary Apple season. By the way, Scary Apple season did not take place during actual apple season. Like when you go out to pick apples, like that's not when this took place. This did not take place then. Now this season, I think started in like June. Is that June? Yes, I'm pretty sure that's June. Now that I see it, yeah. So it ended in July. It was supposed to last only 23 days. And seasons were actually gonna be super short because of that. Like, look how short, just 23 days. Nowadays, seasons are like a month to 2 months long. Actually, some even 3 months long. So that was like really long for its time. So anyway, Scary Apple season was the first season. Obviously, season 1, Scary Apple season, it had 3 updates. Now, it was extended. That's why it actually ended in July. It was supposed to end, obviously, the 23rd of June. So, that was a change. It was an entire month late. That's pretty much it. There's not really much to talk about. Season 0. Now, Season 0 wasn't even really a thing before. Seasons didn't exist during Season 0. So, during Season 0 didn't exist. If that makes sense. I hope it does. It probably does, actually. Now, this lasted about 2 months, as you can see from the site. It does say that right there. In case you couldn't read, it says it right there. It started in April 29th and it ended in June. That's when the first season came out. Scary Apple season came out on the 1st of June. So, actually, if you didn't notice, the 29th of April is coming up in just like a week. A week in 2 days, I think. Wait, actually, it might be earlier than that. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know the date right now. I'm sorry. But that does mean that it's getting close to the 1-year anniversary of Late Town Tales as a whole. We're gonna have a huge celebration. I can't wait. Anyway, season 0. There's not really much here, honestly. It was just a bunch of random things that I made before season 1. There's no theme. It's just kind of a bunch of random stories. Like Nom's Donuts. Nom's Donuts is actually the very first story I ever made specifically for the site. Now, it will be changed soon. If you don't remember from the last few episodes, or last episode, or the episode before that, I don't remember. I said that this story is getting a remaster, pretty much. I'm making it again, but in a better version, where Carlina actually existed. Because if you see here, it says Carlina didn't exist. So, at some point, I'm gonna make a new story where Carlina did exist. So, I guess stay tuned for that. Now, there's not really much else here. I guess that's it. Arrivederci!